Okay, today I'm going to start CSS. CSS. So what about CSS? So CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. Cascading Style Sheets. So using this CSS, so we can describe the look and feel of the HTML document. HTML document. So we can change formatting of HTML document elements. HTML elements. So using CSS, we can change background HTML. Okay, HTML document background. Okay, and border colors, border and line height, and font types, font size, and margins and padding, uh, and colors, and background images. So lot of features available in CSS. So there are many other things in CSS. Font families and font size, font family, and background colors. Okay, font color, font style, font size, margins, padding, colors, and animations. So animations. So number of things we can done using CSS. So the basic syntax for HTML. Syntax for HTML, style sheet, a CSS declaration always start with a semicolon, and the declaration groups are surrounded by curly braces. Surrounded by curly braces. So we need to use style tag to define the CSS styles. Okay, use style tag to define the CSS styles in HTML document. So we can use this style tag in both header and body sections. So any number of styles tags we can use. So the mainly three ways of inserting a style sheet in HTML form. So there are three ways to insert style. There are many ways to not insert, ways to apply CSS styles to the HTML document. Okay, three ways. We have three ways to implement HTML CSS. First one is external style sheet, and second one is internal style sheet, and third one is inline styles. Okay, so these are the three ways to apply the CSS styles to the HTML elements. So first one is, so I will explain these three ways without examples. I will explain examples after complete this theory. So first one is external style sheets. External style sheet. So this is an external style sheet is a separate file. An external style sheet is a external style sheet is a separate file. External style sheet is a separate file. Suppose suppose you wanted to change page background or any font style. Okay, you wanted to change page background or font style, so like um, and so on. So just we can modify in .css file so it reflect to the entire application. So if you use one class name in many forms, so all forms reflect by using the CSS class. With CSS class, with these external style sheets, external style sheet, So we can change look and feel of entire website. So by changing one file, so suppose one class is there, like my class. Okay, so if you use this class, in three or four forms, so if you wanted to change, so use this class, okay, my class, to apply the page background for three or four forms. So if you wanted to change page background for all forms, want to change page background for all these four forms. So just we can change background color in this class, so that it will reflect to all forms. The syntax for external style sheet. In header section or body section, use link tag and href attribute. Href attribute is the path of CSS file, okay, path of style sheet file, and rel is relation attribute, is style sheet, and so we can give the type attribute also. If you want to give this attribute, so we can give this text CSS. In HTML5 we don't need to use this type attribute. Okay, so this is the syntax for external style sheets. So we have to write CSS properties in external file and call that CSS file in HTML form in header section or body section. So like this. And internal style sheets. Internal styles. Internal style sheets should be used when a single document has a unique style. An internal style sheet should be used when a single page when a single document has a unique styles. So internal styles, so need to put need to put in the head section, header, body section. Okay, body section of the HTML document. So by using style, so here we need to use style tag. Okay, for internal styles, we need to use style tag. Okay, style tag. So in this style tag, we have to write some CSS properties, CSS classes. Okay, so this is the internal style sheet, and this is syntax for internal style sheets. For inline styles, just we have to write CSS styles using style attribute. So this is the syntax for internal style sheets, and inline styles. So if you need a small piece of CSS style, if you need a small piece of code to be applied to the HTML element. If you need a small piece of code to apply the HTML element, so we can write inline styles. We can write inline styles, inline styles. So to use inline styles, use style attribute, attribute in the element. The CSS in the style attribute, can contain any CSS property. So if you want to apply background color for paragraph or div element, so just use style attribute. Okay, use style attribute and apply background color property, and this is the value of this property. Okay, so this is the CSS property, and colon after followed by colon, so value of property, so that it will display the background color per paragraph. Sample paragraph. So this is the syntax for inline styles. Okay, for example, we'll do one example. So add HTML document, or you can go to add new item. Okay, in Visual Studio, right click on your solution, add new item. So there is a lot of templates in Visual Studio, so you can find it HTML page. Okay, and give the name of HTML document and add, so that HTML form is added. So for simple example is to apply the background color and text color and border color for div element. Okay, by using external style sheet, internal styles and inline styles. Okay, suppose one div element is there and sample content, so we can copy this content and paste here. So first of all, I'm using, okay, inline styles. So this is the not the professional way to write the CSS properties in real time. So must and should use external file sheets only. So in real time. So this is the simple example style sheets. Okay, background color property. Okay, there is a hyphen between these two words. And we have to know about the color codes. Okay, CSS color codes. Okay, this is the color code. Hash symbol, and after that 6 letters value. So it will apply the some CSS color. If you want to know the color codes, HTML color codes. So there is a number of color codes. Okay. So these are all colors. So in real time, Martian should use color codes only. Don't use color names. Okay, these are all color codes. So number of color codes is there. Okay. So you have to know about this all color codes. Okay, colon hash. After that, you can click on this. In Visual Studio, you can find it directly. Okay, and background color. So background color is, so just this is the background color. Okay, this is the background color, and the text color. Text color is yellow. So yellow color code, and width, div width 300 pixel width, and height also 300 pixel width, and padding 10 pixel. So run this example, you will get the output with the background color and text color. Okay, 1 second. Okay, see this example, text color, yellow color and background. Okay, div background and height and width. Okay, by using inline styles. Okay, here background color, text color, and height width. Padding is gap between content and div element. Okay, gap between div and content. Okay, see this. Okay, gap between content and div element. So I will explain what is padding, okay, and what is margin in later classes. So this is the inline styles. Don't use inline styles in real time. Okay, you must and should use external files only. So this is the not the professional way. Just you have to know about inline styles by using this example. Uh, so this is the inline styles, and copy this and paste here. So I am removing this styles. So now div tag is empty now. So now I am using internal styles. Okay, internal styles. Inline styles is completed, and inline styles. Inline styles completed. So internal styles. For internal style sheets, use style tag. Okay, use style tag and div tag. Okay, so I will explain what about this div. Okay, and the same properties, background color and text color. Okay, padding, so all these things. In CSS we have three ways to apply CSS styles to the HTML elements. Okay, first one is ID selector, class selector and element selector. Okay, already, so we can write CSS styles in three ways. Okay, we can write CSS styles in three ways: external styles, internal styles and inline styles. But we can apply CSS styles in three ways, that is ID selector, class selector and element selectors. Now I am using element selector. By using element name, I want to apply CSS properties to the div element. So now refresh this form. Okay, same CSS styles are applied. Okay, see here, div tag and CSS properties. Okay, internal styles, we can write internal styles in header section or in body section also. Okay, in body section or header section, use style tag to write the CSS properties. and same style. So 2 is completed. By using inline styles, we are applied CSS styles to the div element. By using internal styles, apply to the CSS properties to the div element. And one thing is pending, that is external style sheets. External style sheets, we have to add one external file, that is .css file with .css extension. In Visual Studio, you can find style sheet here. Okay, or go to your new item. There is a style sheet template is there, and give the name mystyles.css extension. So master should use .css extension to write the external style sheets and add. Okay, so this is the CSS file, cascading style sheet file. So now you can write CSS properties directly without use style tag, because this is the .css file, so that we can write CSS styles directly without use that style tag. Okay, here we use the style tag. In .css file we don't need to use style tag. And after that, here you write the CSS properties in .css file. Go to your .html form and apply this style sheet in HTML document. Use link tag and href equal to path of your CSS file and relation attribute style sheet, and type equal to text CSS. Okay, this is the linkage, okay, between CSS file and HTML file. Now this CSS class, okay, these properties are applied to the div element. Okay, same CSS are applied. Go to inspect element and you can see here. Okay, mystyles.css file. Okay, mystyles.css file. In that div element. Okay, div element styles. Okay, styles are applied to the div element. So these are the three ways to write the CSS properties in any website. Okay, in any website, in Visual Studio or anywhere, you can write these three ways: external files, internal files, and inline styles. So these are the three ways to write CSS properties, CSS styles for the HTML document.
Sir, in Sublime Text also we have to give normal extension as .css and do the same procedure, right?
So you have to give the .css extension manually.
Same like this, okay.
You have to create the .css file.
Okay, sir.
In Visual Studio we have template directly, so we can add the CSS styles. Okay. So in Sublime Text you have to give the .css extension before you save the file. When you are saving the CSS file, give the .css extension. So and next concept is this is the very important concept. Okay, in anywhere in your real time or in our examples also, machine should you have to use these three concepts. Okay, these three concepts you have to use these three concepts to apply the CSS styles to the HTML elements. So mainly three ways. First one is ID selector. Second one is element selector. And third one is class selector. Okay, this is the main important three concepts. Okay, so in real time also or in our normal examples also, using these three selectors to apply CSS styles to the HTML elements. The first one is ID selector. So ID selector, so the ID selector ID selector styles the element with the specified ID. So we can use ID of the element. We can use ID of the element to apply, okay, CSS style. So for every HTML element, have ID property, ID attribute. So use ID attribute to apply the CSS properties. So for example, so we have one paragraph, sample paragraph. So I want to apply, okay, background color and text color for this paragraph. Okay, by using ID attribute, I want to apply CSS styles. Okay, write ID attribute and give any identification name for the paragraph. Okay, P1. Okay, you can give your name also for identification, but ID is unique. Okay, for every HTML element, ID is unique for every HTML element. ID selector use the ID attribute of the HTML element to select a specific element. Use style attribute, style element. Okay, style element. Between these two starting tag and end tag, we have to write CSS properties for the paragraph. So now I'm using ID selector. If you use ID selector, use a symbol followed by element ID. Okay. If you want to apply CSS properties by using ID of the element, use a symbol, okay, and element ID. and after that you can write CSS properties, color, okay, and background and border or anything. For example, there is one HTML document, okay, I selected .html form. So we have one development and some content, okay. So in this development we have some content. So I want to apply text color and border for this development. So we can use style attribute, internal styles or inline styles or external styles. For this is the small examples, so that I am using style attribute. So this is not the real-time example. So I'm using style tag, and next we have to give the ID for development, okay, d1 or my div or anything. You can give your name also. So now we are applying by using ID attribute, ID selector, okay, use hash symbol and followed by ID of the element, and between these two curly braces write CSS properties, okay, blue color. So we can use color names also, but this is not the professional way. And next border 2 pixel border and solids and red color border. So now you can run this example. We in Google Chrome, or you can right click on this Solution Explorer and we in browser. Okay, this is the text color and border color for development. So by using ID selector, go to inspect element and you can check this CSS properties. So here ID of the div, and in curly braces we have CSS properties, color and border. Okay, see here, and you can find the CSS properties in header section and style tag. So in any application, in your real time or in our examples also, so use ID attribute, okay, ID attribute, and by using ID attribute you can apply CSS properties for any element. If we have another development, okay, and one more content and use ID, okay, my div 2, okay, this is the different name, okay, ID name, width 200 pixel and height 300 pixels, okay. So now I want to apply different border colors and different text color for both div and these two div elements. So you can write, so another CSS properties, text color is okay, pink color, and border 2 pixel solid, and CSS properties, border color is okay, this is the border color, and div width 300 pixel, and height 200 pixels. So now you can run this example, so that different border colors and different text colors. Okay, this is the blue color text color, this is the pink color border, and borders is you can use blue. You see here blue color border and solid line. Okay, this is the red color border. So the main uses of the main feature is, the main advantage of ID selector. So we can we can apply different CSS properties for different HTML elements. Okay, so we can apply different colors, different styles for different so for many HTML elements. So this is the ID selector, and element selector. So next one is element selector. Element selector. So the element selector use the element name to apply styles to the HTML document. Okay, HTML document. The element selector will use the element name to apply styles to the HTML document. So we can apply styles based on the element name only. So for example, we have one div element in HTML document, sample content. So I want to apply background color and text color. Use style attribute, style element, and write CSS properties by using element name only. So use element name div. Okay, use element name, and color blue. Okay, text color property is applied to the text color. So this is the way we have to use element selector. So for example, HTML form element selector dot HTML, use div tag and some content okay, in this div element. So I want to apply background color, and text color for div element. So use element name directly, and text color is red color, and border, okay, 1 pixel border, dotted border, and okay, blue color. So you can run this example. Okay, red color, text color, and dotted border style. With for development. Okay, see here, dotted border style, and the text color is red color. So if you have multiple div elements in your HTML document, so if you want to apply same styles for multiple div elements, okay, you can use element selector. Okay, same styles are applied to the HTML elements. Okay, all these are HTML div elements. So we are using element name, okay, here. So because these styles are applied to the all div elements, so by using element name applied to the all div elements. Okay, if you want to apply same styles for all the elements, all the same elements, okay, all div elements only. So if you have multiple paragraphs in your HTML document, sample paragraph, okay, 3 paragraphs is there. So if you want to apply same styles for all paragraphs within the HTML document, so we can use p selector, okay, element name p, and text color is okay, green color. So we can run this example. Okay, see here, 3 paragraphs are applied same text color. So like this we can apply styles by using element name. So if you want to apply different styles for different elements, you can use id selector or class selector also. So this is the element selector, and next one is class selector. So use class attribute for apply CSS styles to the HTML element. Okay, use class attribute for apply CSS styles to HTML element. Use class attribute of HTML element to apply CSS styles to the HTML element. Syntax, for example, paragraph, sample paragraph, okay, P. Okay, use class attribute class and equal to double quotes and use class name, my class. So you can give your name also in class name. Okay, you can give any name. For example, HTML document class selector. We have one development and some content. For this development, so development and write CSS properties, style, tag, and create class name. If you want to apply CSS properties, okay, by using class selector, use dot and followed by class name. Okay, so if you are using ID selector, use hash symbol, okay, before define the CSS properties. If you are using class selector, use ID. If you are using class selector to apply the CSS properties, use dot, okay, before the class name and followed by class name. If you want to apply CSS properties by using class selector, declare class name like this, dot and followed by class name, okay, and write CSS properties, text color blue and border 1 pixel border and solid border and red color border, height 300 pixels and width also 300 pixels. Okay, so write CSS properties, CSS class name like this and apply this class name in div tag by using class attribute, my class and class attribute, and my class is the class name of CSS. And run this example. Okay, text color is blue and border is red color. Okay, color is blue, border is red color and height is width. Go to inspect element and you can check here. Okay, this is the class name, my class, and this is the properties. So if you want to apply multiple div elements to the same styles, you can use class name only. Okay, so for multiple div elements you can apply this, or if you want to apply same styles for the paragraph also, sample paragraph, so we can use this class name. Okay, so use class name for the paragraph also. So paragraph also same styles are applied. Okay, sample paragraph. Okay, this is the paragraph. These three are div elements. This is the paragraph, sample paragraph. Paragraph also height and width. So all things are applied. No need this height and width for paragraph. If you remove this height and width, so all these elements are should be like this. Okay, for the same paragraph also same styles are applied. So the main difference between ID selector and class selector, the performance is very good by using class selector. Okay, in real-time applications, master should use class selector only. So because the application performance is very fast. So ID selector is little bit slow. So that's why we have two selectors, ID selector and class selector. So element selector is different. And next, these three concepts are very important in your real time ID selector and class selector. And the next topic is alignments, CSS alignments. CSS alignments. CSS alignments. So using these alignments, using these alignments, using these alignments, we can align the text. We can align the text in the HTML document. So alignments are, first one is center align, and second one is right align, third one is left align. This is the default. Okay, default. And fourth one is justify. Okay, these are the four types for align the text: center align, left align, right align, and justify. For example, add one HTML document, alignments.html form. Okay, for alignments example, so we have one example paragraph, sample paragraph. Okay, so I want to align this text in center align. Okay, by using CSS properties. So use ID selector or class selector to apply CSS styles. Okay, P center. Okay, this is center align. This paragraph will align the center align. Okay, ID name is P center. Okay, paragraph center. Use text align property and center. value. Okay, so this paragraph will align, text align in center align, and the text color is red color. Okay, so you can run this example. See this. Okay, paragraph, sample paragraph in center align, paragraph text in center align. So if you want to display text in center align, use text align property and center, so that you can display the content in center align. So if you want to increase the font size, use font size property and 30 pixel font.
Sir, only text or any content, sir?
Any content we can place in center. So sorry, only text align. Okay, so only text, not the elements. Only text align the center. So paragraph is applied to the total content. Okay, total width, but text will display in center align. So and the next paragraph is right, paragraph right, paragraph right, text align. So only text align to the right side. Okay, and color, okay, orange color, and font size also 30 pixel. Okay, refresh this form. Okay, sample paragraph. Okay, text align in right side. Okay, see this total paragraph. Okay, takes the total width, but text is aligned to the right side. And third one is justify. Justify. Good ID select. ID selector and justify. Justify. Text color is font size 20 pixel. So now run this example. Okay, justify. So this is the left align. Okay, left align and justify both are same. And next one is fifth one is text decoration. Text decoration. Text decoration. Text decoration property. And the sixth one is so that's it. Text decoration. So there is one sample paragraph and use id and p1 this is decoration property example. Okay, paragraph. So text decoration property is also like underline. Okay, underline p1 text decoration is underline. So if you want to display underline for text, so you can use text decoration property and underline. Okay, arranged. Okay, see this underline is displayed. Okay, by using text decoration property. So use text decoration property and underline. Okay, so that underline is displayed to the text. So if you want to apply underline only for the particular word, so use in the paragraph span. Okay, span. So I want to apply underline for only decoration word only. And you can span also id equal to sp1. Okay, span. So use sp1 and this style. Okay, this CSS properties apply to the only span only. Okay, only span. So total content is normal. Okay, display normal, but only decoration word text color is arranged and text color decoration is underlined. Okay, see this decoration word only displaying underline and text color. So remaining content is normal style. Okay, if you want to apply so particular word or particular content, so you can use span. So if you want to apply total paragraph, directly you can use paragraph id and apply.